Okay, so let's look at another post on Korea's Eternity microsite. So, character tone correction story. So, the character colors are subtly different from Mabinogi. I transferred the Mabinogi character shader to Unreal Engine as is, but the character colors are different. Even if you test it unlit, the tone is different. So this is all about like the different like color tones and the way like lighting works and stuff like that. Leon Engine versus Unreal Engine Unlit versus Unreal Engine Mabinogi specific shader. So differences between Leon and Unreal Engine. We looked at 4 of the factors that affect color above. How do the 2 engines provide functionality for each of these 4? Properties of a material such as its reflection, absorption of light are defined by the material or shader in the game engine. For reference, in Unreal Engine, a material that has no effect on light at all is called unlit. And in this case, it always appears as the set color regardless of light. Let's assume this makes no difference since they said they ported the shaders from Leon to Unreal as is. So the remaining elements are lighting that affects directly and indirectly, and the results output by the monitor and the gamma correction or tone correction processing for them. The Unreal Engine that Mabinogi will be ported to has a lighting system called Lumen. Calculates direct and indirect lighting that affects the scene in real time. So here's the comparison results. This is before Lumen and this is after. And you can see the difference, how like this one's darker a little bit and this one looks a little bit brighter. This is a feature that was not present in the older Leon engine. The difference in the lighting system may affect the color. Another difference is that Mabinogi uses gamma correction, while Unreal Engine provides a system called Tone Mapper, which supports gamma correction and other correction methods. Differences in tone correction are also a factor affecting color, so it is important to look at the differences. Differences in troubleshooting of tone correction by Tone Mapper. Unreal Engine supports Tone Mapper as a function called post-processing. Filter effects that we use in cameras can also be considered as this type of post-processing function. In post-process, I was computing color correction instead of gamma correction with a color grade texture like below. The engine default was to use color correction unconditionally, so I modified it so that only gamma correction is calculated without using color correction by adjusting the relevant parameter values. As a result, we were able to confirm that the character was output with the same color as Leon Engine when using the unlit shader. So color comparison after tone correction of Leon Engine versus Unreal Engine Unlit versus Unreal Engine Mabinogi specific shader. And here you can see blinded. So these are the examples. This one's the Pleon Engine one, this one's the Unreal Engine Unlit, and this one's the Unreal Engine Mabinogi specific shader, it looks like. When you match the tone to the character, the background tone changes. So left when the tone is matched to the background, right when the tone is matched to the character. So here you can see the two examples, and you can sort of tell that the tone is a little bit different. If we could distinguish between characters and non-characters at the tone mapper stage that handles tone correction, wouldn't it be possible to make an exception so that only characters are not color corrected? So, character outlines. Character mask information recorded separately when drawing the character outline. And here you can see an example right here. With this character identification mask information, we were able to add the ability to adjust bloom separately for each character, as well as tone map correction. Control character specific tone map parameters. So from left to right we can see this image of Dailies and how it changes with each tone being adjusted. And then down here we have character specific bloom parameter control, lighting calculation differences, and troubleshooting. Based on the results so far, we have confirmed that when created with the unlit shading model, it appears to have the same color as Pleon. Color comparison after tone correction of Pleon Engine versus Unreal Engine Unlit versus Unreal Engine Mabinogi specific shader. So from left to right we can see blinded again here. However, the character on the right that uses the Mabinogi specific shader still appears with different colors. So yeah, this one doesn't look quite right. It doesn't look like blended. Why can't we just use unlit? You might think like this. Unlit is a shader that is literally unaffected by lighting. So whether or not the character goes under the shadow of the tree, the fake lighting above will always be visible. Yeah, I can see how that could be a problem. So there was a need to normalize the Mabinogi specific shaders to fit Unreal Engine. The goal is to have Mabinogi specific shader like Unlit express the same colors as Pleon, while also reflecting lighting and shadows. First of all, why does it look so dark? So, shadow map comparison. After looking into it, I found out that characters using Mabinogi specific shaders always appear dark because the shaders are implemented to cast shadows. I tried modifying it so that shadows are not always cast, but only when shadows are needed. And you can see the examples of that, here and here. Although it is brighter than the shadow area, the feeling of the area where light is calculated is more realistic than toon-like. Perhaps this is why shadows are always drawn when imported into Unreal Engine. In order to maintain the feeling of toon shading, I recorded the character's shadow color separately, and since it would be a waste to play with buffers not used in toon shading, I changed them to record lighting color and reflected shading results. Before editing, only lighting colors exist versus after editing, separate the shadow color and lighting color, then synthesize and tune style according to the shade. Shadows and basic lighting calculations are now guaranteed to be computed the same way as in Pleon engine. And here you can see like a character running, and how her shadow vanishes when she runs under the tree, but when she runs out from under the tree, you can see her shadow. So this just gives you an example. Next, when using the Mabinogi specific shader in the Lumen indirect lighting environment provided by Unreal Engine, we confirmed that the indirect lighting calculation results were too excessive and the character colors did not appear properly. So high versus low lumen influence on characters. And they have some examples here. This has been addressed by providing the ability to control lumen influence separately when using Mabinogi specific character shaders. Controlling character specific lumen parameters. So you can see how like the lighting is changing in this picture. And like the hair color and everything like that as they like adjust the settings for that. In this way, we have provided the ability to control background lighting and character lighting separately by providing character-only skylight influence parameters, point light character influence parameters, etc. Whether or not you're using lumens in this way. You can now set character-specific lighting separately from background lighting settings, allowing you to control the character's color tone without it looking too different from the background lighting. In conclusion, so far we have looked at the process of identifying and resolving the cause of the difference in character colors between Pleon and Unreal Engine. And I'm not sure when this post will be coming to the NA Eternity site. We do have 3 more posts coming to the NA Eternity site, one on July 17th, one on July 24th, and one on July 31st, but doesn't say which ones are actually going to be posted here. So at some point this post will also be put on the NA Eternity site if you want to check it out. But if you want to read about it now, like I just did, you can go to the Korean website and click on their Eternity site button, and it'll take you here. You can use Google Chrome to translate all this, and it's right down here. Character tone correction story. All the posts about Eternity happen on the Korean Eternity site first, so if you want to read it right away, this is the place you should go. But it should be on the NA site by the end of July anyway. So let's look at another one of the new posts in the Mabinogi Korean Eternity section that just recently came out. I want to go straight to Dumbarton School. So what do you think of the new Dumbarton that was briefly shown at the showcase? As it was a town that I visited often, I think the Militians were also impressed by it, as it had many areas that needed improvement. Starting from the continent of Ulad, there are regions that can be visited at all times, such as the continent of Idia and Belvast, as well as regions that can only be visited during certain events. and then special regions that don't belong to any continent, like Avon. And this area is like at the end of Saga 2. In addition to areas that you, the Militians, can easily access on a regular basis, there are many areas internally. For example, there are areas that are only necessary for special situations such as missions or cutscenes. There are also areas that cannot be entered on a regular basis and can only be entered when carrying out a special quest, such as the mainstream. Due to various limitations in the existing Leon engine, there were cases where similar looking areas were composed of multiple areas. There were also quite a few one-time event-only areas that were no longer used. Therefore, in the process of porting to Unreal, we had to decide which areas were essential and which areas should be improved first. Dunbarton, a representative village where many Militians come and go. The development room also poured out various ideas to improve Dunbarton to make it richer and more convenient. We were able to reorganize various elements, starting with the previously considered inconvenient paths. After several discussions with the planning and art workers, we established the following major criteria. So yeah, they really improved Dunbarton, and you can see that in the showcase. Dunbarton has many convenient facilities centered around the town square, but there are some areas that are inconvenient, such as having to go around in a circle. So like the Dunbarton Magic School at the moment, you have to like go far to the left and go up some steps and enter, or far to the right and go up some steps and enter right now. And there's this big ugly wall right here. Well, that's going to be going away. And so is that little wall right there, right in front of the doors to the magic school. And this is what it's going to look like in Unreal. So some of those training dummies are gone. There's a big staircase here. So now you can just walk right up. And then the little barrier in the center of that entrance is now gone, so you can just walk right into the magic school. I think this looks really good. This is a really good update. And then the town office is also going to be improved a lot, so they're going to... Right now, these two boards are like kind of in the center, and there's like a staircase on the left and right side for accessing the town office. But now it looks like they're going to take out those two staircases, move those two boards all the way to the left here, and they're going to just put one big old staircase in the center, so that's great. I checked the traces of all NPCs that were standing in Dunbarton one by one and readjusted the place elements. I will leave it to your imagination to see how many NPCs were stationed in Dunbarton. Even for a moment, when I checked the location information, it would be difficult to plant a new tree or something in the place where our precious planet is standing. We also paid a lot of attention to areas that could further highlight the symbols or landmarks of Dunbarton Village. So here's the unicorn statue area. And here you can see Town Square. It's a little bit easier to see than it was in the showcase. But they have the symbol of Dunbarton in the center of Town Square now, right here. That's really cool. I think that's a nice touch. As you trade, you can see that the symbol of Dunbarton is a unicorn through the icon. The location of the unicorn square, where enchantments were entrusted long ago and concerts were held, has been moved to the center, and the stone statue has been upgraded. Okay, so this is gonna be like a different statue then. The central square where everyone gathers has also been beautifully engraved with the unicorn symbol, which again you can see right here, that looks very nice. The buildings that play important roles, such as the bell tower and the government office, have also been rebuilt, larger and more splendidly. The small garden and trees in front of the cathedral have also been arranged more beautifully. It would be even more enjoyable to gather with the guild members at this place overlooking the town square below. So yeah, this area looks very nice. In addition to this, the decorations on the stalls of shops placed in the town, the fountains, the vines growing on the buildings, the flowers blooming under walls, even the smallest details were decorated to create a lovely, beautiful Dunbarton. So yeah, these are the changes to Dunbarton in Unreal, and personally I think they did a very good job. This looks very good. It still looks like Dunbarton, and it not only looks better, it is better. They actually fixed some of the flaws with it without drastically changing the way Dunbarton is. So that's very good. Okay, so we'll be looking at another post in the Eternity section on the Korean site called Materials That Exist in Erin. So just like the real world we live in, there are objects and materials with various textures in Erin. Among the various technical supports we are carrying out in this article, I will talk about how materials implemented in the Pleon engine are being refined in the Unreal Engine environment. So entering. As mentioned above, Erin has various textures such as skin, fur, fabric, stone, metal, and fluid. So things in development. It can be broadly divided into materials used for the environment and materials used for characters. Let's first look at materials used for the environment. So, vegetation. There is more to consider with plants than you might think. The color of the leaves and stems, and the degree to which they change depending on the surrounding environment. Shaking handling for physical collisions and optimization using various techniques depending on density all need to be sufficiently prepared in advance. Since Pleon Engine does not support parallel processing, there were limitations in vividly rendering vegetation, but Unreal Engine can utilize technologies such as multi-threading and object instancing, so it is possible to create vivid vegetation communities to draw Erin more richly. So here you can see like some of the examples. So fluid. Fluid substances like water also have various states depending on the environment. These calculations were also not easy in the past specifications, so there was a limit to expressing them using texture animation or sprite sequence. Eternity plans to actively improve these areas. Personally, I am really serious about expressing water more beautifully. So yeah, water is gonna get a lot better. And you can see some pictures of it down here. Translucent object. The Eternities project uses Unreal Engine's deferred rendering method to draw the screen. Deferred rendering allows for high-quality results using various techniques. But drawing translucent or clear objects is still difficult to implement. Of course, in Pleon Engine, it was almost impossible to even try to give texture to translucent objects, but in Eternity, our TAs are struggling today to create translucent texture that suits Mabinogi by mixing real-world reflection characteristics with NPR expressions. So here you can see some translucent bubbles here by the Dumbarton Bank. So dying. In Pleon Engine we used a unique parameter called illumination color that only exists in 3Ds Max, a 3D authoring tool for dyeing things. Since this can no longer be used in Unreal Engine due to changes in the 3D file format, we implemented the dyeing function without significantly changing the existing character creation pipeline through a roundabout method using several techniques. So here you can see like a picture of some wings, and these are like ribbon wings. And here we have a fox, so hair. And they're using a fox as an example for that. There are many ways to express fur, but we wanted to draw it only with materials while minimizing modifications to the existing model. In the current Mabinogi, fur is expressed with textures carefully created by artists, but it is not enough to convey the sense of volume. So we are currently developing so that various fur textures can be expressed. Ultimately, we want to give Pan abundant and realistic clothes. And here you can see like what the fox looks like with more realistic fur in the game. So in conclusion, I briefly introduced the main materials under development. I am trying to show you a more wonderful version of Aaron in your imagination. So yeah, this was pretty good. It's interesting to see like how they're redoing like all the textures for like plants and characters and clothing and stuff like that, because and water, because like it is a lot of work. Okay, there we go. Forgot to load up Xanafiedlion there for a second. But let's play Mabinogi today. So I have these speed potions, and I can get like 2 more from this if I want to. I mean, I could also get a Baltine Crystal and do Nowhere to Run, but then again, I don't really need the level now since I'm done working on all my Arcana. So with all these speed potions, I could do a lot of commerce today. That's what I'm kind of thinking about. Well, first things first, let's get the event stuff done. So 3 minigames. Let's do this one first. Okay, we got 5 there. Probably all we're gonna get. Let's play some Card Seeker.
4, 3, 2, 1, start! Win! Start! Win! Start! Win!
Okay, that's 2 times. And we'll finish it with a game of Memory Match. And done, so that's 60. So with 60 we have 190. And we're gonna sell this probably for around 500,000 gold, unless it's dropped even lower. Oh, it's gone up a little bit. Okay, because before it was like 700 or 800k. I sold mine for 700k. It's good enough. Just using this event to get gold now. What kind of shadow missions do we have today? Thorin's request, I'm not gonna waste my time doing that. And the other alchemists, yeah, I might do that one. Let's go check on the daily veteran dungeon. I should probably get back to like farming for Stardust stuff, but Stardust is a massive grind to do, and it's really, really expensive to like upgrade some of those things. So I'm just not really motivated to work on it, but maybe I should. What do we got today? Oh, Piaka dungeon. So we're skipping the veteran dungeon today, because I'm not going to do that. Where am I even at with my Stardust? I could do that today now that I have that extra time. At least like upgrading the overall level of Stardust, there's like, you can't fail that. But still, it costs 1,500,000 gold. And then for a 40% chance to upgrade one of these skills, I have to spend 105k. If the attempt fails, then I just lose that gold. So it's just like, Stardust stuff is expensive. Let's do spirit weapon stuff real quick. Let's get that bond up by 30. Any gems I haven't fed you yet? These ones. That's not gonna give us much. And let's see if they have any of your favorite gems. Ooh, low price. Let's get these. All my slots are filled? I don't think that's ever happened before. Okay, let's claim these. Yeah, maybe I should focus a lot on commerce today so I can make some of this gold back. I'll buy all the 80k ones as well. I'm not gonna buy any 100k ones, but we'll take all these. Probably enough to level up my spirit weapon today if I wanted to. But I'm not gonna do that because I need to get that bond up. Oh, I bought one of the 100k ones, but that's alright. Yeah, I have enough to level this thing up. Wow. Let's just go there for now. Where can I get some more of the spirit bond increase potion? Hang on, let me check the wiki on that. Well, here are the ones that increase it by 50 instead of 10. Cannot be made with potion making. Tara auctions. Okay, well it looks like spirit bomb potions are pretty hard to get then. What about the Spirit Bond's 10 ones? They have to be on this list somewhere. Yeah, here we go. What about these? Obtained from Tara Auctions. Okay. So if you can't craft them and you have to get them through Tara auctions, I wonder if people sell them. Or can they not be sold? Probably not. Let me check here. Okay, yeah, can't be sold. So in other words, these are kind of a pain in the butt to get then. I think I got the ones I currently have from like the from the growth guide, probably somewhere. Yeah. Those are the ones I have came from. Let's go check out the Tara auction house thing. I know where it is, I've never used it, even after the update. But let's fly out here. So it looks like those Spirit Bomb potions are kind of a pain in the butt to get. Oh wait, so it is back at this one. Yeah, this is it. Okay, I don't feel like dealing with all that, so... In other words, yeah, it's a pain in the butt to get Spirit Bomb potions. That's too bad. So what's its spawned level at now? 30? Alright, so I can get it up to 90 over the weekend as long as I remember to log in and communicate with it, and then we'll level her up on Monday. I wonder if I can actually interact with this chair. Yeah, you can. That's cool. I'm kind of curious how they'll redo the insides of buildings when we move over to Unreal. Wait, how does a building like this look when you use the dressing room to move the camera? Let's find out. Honestly, not that bad. The shops in Tara look pretty good. You can kind of see the flaws behind the railing here, how there's not like a lot of details there, but everything else in the shop actually looks pretty good, aside from the fact that there's nothing on these two back walls. Let's go up the stairs. Like overall, it's just kind of the railing and like up these stairs. You can see how like a part of this stool here is missing on the back. Things that you wouldn't see when the camera angle's locked. Same for this stool over here. All the items in the shop, the counters, the chairs down here, like these all look fine. Oh, they didn't bother doing the back of this, because you only see it from the front with that locked camera angle. What about the magic shop? Oh, that's cool. My giant's not too tall. Like, I play a giant character, and I'm even using, like, shoes to elevate his height even more, and, like, we're not hitting our head on that wooden beam. So it's nice that they have shops that can accommodate giants. And most of the furniture up here looks good. Even from the back. Same problem with the railing, though. But no, pretty much the rest of the shop looks fine. Might even see a little bit more of Tara in Unreal, like, whenever they release more posts about Project Eternity. Because like last year, around late November, early December, they were talking about how they were redoing like Tara and Unreal. They were in the process of figuring out how they wanted to do all these buildings and stuff on the outside. So that was like a year ago almost. I am stalling because I really don't want to work on Stardust today. But I probably should put in some effort, shouldn't I? Oh wait, I have enough material to attempt to upgrade this? But if I go back... Now realistically, I should save up enough material to like upgrade this as a whole, take it up a level. Because there's no chance of failure, it's just a lot of gold. Then again, I almost have enough gold to do that in my inventory, so that's not too bad. Alright, I'll do Stardust stuff for a little bit. I've been putting that off long enough. I wonder if I can even do rank B item quests. I can, nice. Let's get one of those. And one of the core fragment collection ones. Oh wait, I have one. Which one is it? Well, let's switch anyway, why not? Oh good, that mission might be shorter. Deliver 5 4-leaf clovers. Okay. Well, I certainly don't have those on me. And I think they're pretty hard to find, so we'll just buy them. $8K per clover? That's not too bad. Like that's 40K for 5 of them. Oh wait, I need to hit complete on that. There we go. It was talking about the gauntlets, right? Yeah. And none of them are on sale right now. Yeah, we'll work on the mission first then. Wait, is this that's it, Tara? Okay. Oh, this is a castle mission. Okay. I have no idea what this mission is then. Even on hard mode, the enemies don't drop a lot of gold. Okay, so that was a pretty short mission for a castle one. Only took about 3.5 minutes. Let's go check back with Melman. Isn't that the one I just did? Okay. Just a lot of repeat stuff. I still have a long ways to go for the... This is the core fragment collection stuff, right? Yeah. Gotta get a lot of that. I think we get like 2 for every mission. Oh, do I have any of those crystals that give us like extra materials and stuff? I don't think I do. Probably buy those with ducats, right? Not that I have a lot. Wait, let's check back here. I thought you could buy those with, like, ducats or something. Oh wait, not from you. This one. Yeah, these cost 500,000 ducats. Can I use seasonal to buy these? Or is this all just... I have almost 2 mil in seasonal. Nope. So wait, things from here have to be bought with, like, regular ducats then. It's kind of weird how we have, like, 2 different currencies for that. Just makes it, like, overly complicated. Well, whatever. Not gonna worry about it right now. At least Arc Diviner is kind of doing this on easy mode. Like, I just push one button and Thunder Blight does the rest. Built-in defensive battle next, alright. I think this will be pretty easy with Thunderblight. Yeah, we can get 2 areas with this before it wears off. Okay, all the attacks here are good. Let's wait for all that gold to get picked up. Well, you're not gonna pick up this gold for me? Come on. Just one more area. Oh, one of these things. At least it's a special one this time. Don't think it'll drop anything good though. What do you drop? Yeah, just a bunch of random crap like the average leprechauns. This event's basically a scam. Just a way to get players to waste hundreds of hours trying to get a reward that has a less than 1% chance of dropping. Okay, that one's done. Short swordsmanship uniform. Okay. Oh wow, and these go for like $4 mil. That's something I need to get a sewing pattern for. Let's go check with Nora. I can do tailoring, I just don't like to. But we'll see how annoying it is to craft. What do we get for the other mission? Ghost of Partholon. That's not too bad. We can do that. Okay, do you have the sewing pattern? She doesn't. Who else sells sewing patterns? Maybe Simon? Because I gotta get more of those life skill quests done. Or maybe Walter sells the sewing patterns. He might have them. Yeah. What about you? nothing here. Let's check out Bangor next. Bet Gilmore sells them if anyone. No, nothing. Oh well, forget it. I'm not gonna spend all day looking for a sewing pattern. Let's go do the Tara mission. Okay, let's get the next core fragment collection quest. Oh wait, we need to check that off so it counts as done. There we go. Now we can get the new one. I don't want to do that. Guessing I have to wait a while for those to refresh. Okay, really quick, I'll be right back and then we'll decide what to do next. Alright, so I think we're gonna do commerce for the rest of the day. So, because I got all those speed potions I want to use, like we can get like 2 hours of speed from that. I'm probably not gonna do 2 hours of commerce, but maybe I'll use that warding candy too. Let's go check out Core Village, and we'll see if they have any of that coracle rubber, because that sells really good. I also just need to get some gold in general. I've been spending it all on gems and crap for my spirit weapon. Let's see what they have here. I want the alpaca wagon. Oh, and also I want to switch back to this talent so we can carry more goods. More trade goods. Let's see. Trade, trade, trade. Hey, they got a lot of this. Where can we sell it at? Aquila? Alright, let's go. I'm gonna use that warding candy, and we'll switch to all bags too, so we'll pull that out and then use that. And then one of these so we can move fast. Now we don't need to worry about bandits and can just kind of go on cruise control here. Alright, we're off to Quilla. So enjoy the scenery of Erin while I do some mindless commerce for a bit. Alright, we made it to Quilla, so let's sell the stuff here. Hey, we went up a rank, that's cool. Let's grab that. Rescue kits. Philia. Or Veils. Alright, let's go to Veils for 62, why not? Let's take a look at that next rank that we got there. When did the new season start? This started up... Oh wait, this one's been going on for a while, so the next one starts up in July, so this season's almost over, actually. Hey, 500,000 seasonal ducats, that's nice. That's one of the cool rewards. I wonder if I can get that million reward before this season's over. I'd have to dedicate a little bit more time to commerce, though. I've been a little lazy about it with this character in general. Like, Xanafied Neko is a lot more active in commerce than Xanafiedlion is. So I'm gonna try and change that. I'm gonna try and go back to doing some more peaceful commerce streams, because it's very relaxing content to do, and it's a lot of fun. Wait, we don't turn here, we can turn at the next one up here. Oh wait, we're going to Veils. I was thinking Philia for some reason. But no, it's worth more in Veils, so we'll just head up there. Plus, I don't even know if those bridges in Karu Forest are up. I think they can only be made from the Nares Plateau end, but usually there's always at least one bridge up over there. Hey, an ancient! Can't let that live. There. But basically back the way we came, past Core Village and then up into the Veils area. Oh, and do I have any of those ice crystal thingies that's used to make bridges? Oh, I might not have any. I don't see any in my inventory. Uh-oh. I guess I'll have to gather a couple of those. Yeah, I haven't really been doing commerce lately, so it makes sense I don't have them. Oh well, we'll just have to get a few when we get there. It's not a big deal. Alright, I gotta get a couple of these crystals so I can get across. I usually like collect a bunch of them at once and then save them. That way I don't need to do it like every single time. I kind of wish they would just add a life skill for gathering these ice crystals, so we could improve our success rate at gathering them. I'd be okay with that. Surprised there isn't like a skill for it. There's like a gathering skill for gathering wool, mushrooms, basically anything else, but not something like this. Kind of weird. How many do we have anyway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's okay for now, so we'll use one now, and then we're gonna hang on to 4 of those for future commerce rounds. So we'll put those over there. And we'll use this one now. And there's the ice bridge right over here. I don't know how long these ice bridges last, but I think they last like 5 or 10 minutes before they vanish. Something like that. And still worth 62 unveils, that's good. Don't want to have to take this overseas lad. That'd be kind of a pain in the butt. Oh, we need those guys for transformations. These wargs. There we go. I wonder if they have any of that Vale's vodka here. Let's go ahead and sell all this. Oh, my merchant rating level is too low. Okay, well then we should raise that up over here. Snowboards. If I went back to Ulad, I would end up at Port Cian. How much do these go for at Bangor? Not that much. That's because, like, Bangor is the closest to that port. Or we could run it team aim for 179, that'd be fine too. Okay, we're gonna take this one overseas, I think. Why not? Been a while since I've done that. Cut right through town here. Alright, so now we just need to wait to get there. So it's gonna depart in a little under a minute, and then I think it's... what was it, 4-minute boat ride? Something like that. So, really quick while we wait to get to Ulad, I will be right back. Alright, we're back in Ulad, so let's go sell this stuff. So, where are we gonna sell this at? E-Main? The snowboards, I want to see the price of those. 191, that looks like it's currently the best place to go. So yeah, we'll go to E-Main then. Zoom out here. And let's use another one of those speed potions too. How much longer is that warding candy gonna last? Probably till around 6:30, I imagine. Let's see, 19 minutes, so yeah, it'll be like 6:23 or something when that wears off. Wonder if this will be enough to raise my Vale's merchant rating a little bit. Wow, they really put a lot of these for Halloween up in E-Main. Okay, 191. Yeah, that's good. We'll sell all that. Butterbeer or triple pasta? 41 in Tailton. Same thing. Well, then we'll take the butterbeer. So off to Tailton next. Couple ancients out here today. I kind of missed the giant Irusan pinata that floated around out here. Like when the pinata event was going on, since it didn't really matter which pinata you attacked, I never attacked the Irusan one, because it was cat themed. Okay, so we're gonna go past Rabby Dungeon, past the Bard Camp, into South Tailton, and then over to the trading post. Sell this here. How many of those crystals they have? 330? Okay, we're gonna take those two. And we're gonna take them to... Oh, I was gonna take them to Bangor, but they're not worth anything there right now, so I guess to Emain. I'll check the price again when I get back to the Dumbarton area. Make sure that price doesn't change. And I think this might be the last round of commerce we do today. Maybe I'll do one more after, but we'll see. That looks like it could be an ancient. Oh, there's an ancient over here, too. Okay, so which way are we going? Still going for Emain. Okay. Still going for Emain. Alright, well I think we're gonna wrap things up right around here for today. And we will be playing Mabinogi again on Tuesday. Monday we're gonna be playing Dying Light 2 pretty much all day. But yeah, Mabinogi on Tuesday at the usual time.